guys, it's Matt with Jinx Brothers. Today we got another grab bag. Got this in the mail today and I'm pretty excited to open it. This actually comes from Daniel at CoinHelpU. He's a member of the coin community and has a website. He has a number of coins and he seems to have very fair deals. He has some scratch and dent grab bag lots where he essentially, I'm guessing, is taking stale inventory and getting it out the door, and you can't blame him for that. And it's a great opportunity for me to pick up coins that I wouldn't not necessarily be chasing. So it allows me to add to my collection at a better price. So let's jump into this package and see what we got. I have bought some things off eBay before for grab bags, and sometimes you get a deal, sometimes you don't, and I would say more often you don't. So I've started to check out other sources to find grab bags to see if I can steer people in a better direction than just buying off random people on eBay, where 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get taken for a ride. I will tell you, he's got this packaged nice and tight, so everything in here should be pretty secure. So inside here is my invoice and our grab bag. And some more packaging. So let's see what we have in here. We got bags inside of bags inside of bags. Ooh, I see something very pretty there. Alrighty, that looks empty. That looks empty. We have some things that fell apart here a little bit. This is a 1956D wheat penny. Not in amazing shape. It says it's XF. So I'm going to tally this up, and I'll post it up here as I go along. We've got a slicked out V-nickel, 1900. This one seems to have a nice gouge out of the middle of them too. He did say that these coins could be holed, they could be nicked. It is a scratch and dent. And this one has almost no details on the reverse. So again, we'll keep adding the value up here. We've got ourselves another V-nickel. This is G4 in 1898. The front of this one is a little bit better than the last one. And we do have an actual V or 5 on the reverse this time, but still a pretty beat up nickel. And my best friend here, Mr. Buffalo, and this one actually looks pretty sharp. It says it's a D, so let's check the back here, and it is a D. Missing some of our horn, but overall, this is much better than anything I find out of a box. That is for sure. Must have been a fire sale on V-nickels. Our next coin is a 1900 V-nickel. And this one, our quality is going up, folks. This one, again, has more detail on the obverse. And the reverse, even more detail. So if we had to put those in order, our first one was the worst. The next one got a little better, and this one gets even better. And it looks like we're going to have a silver quarter. 1944S. The melt value on these currently is just shy of $5. Has pretty nice detail on it for a 44 quarter. Generally, you're going to start losing a lot of your rim and the detail there, but this still has a lot of character left in it. I would probably say the $8 that's marked on here is not too far off. We already looked at that buffalo. We've got another Weedy 1944. This is pretty traditional to what you would find in a box. So nothing too crazy here, folks. And look at this one here. We've got ourselves a Morgan. 1891. It is showing the rim. I'm not familiar with this kind of capsule here. I don't believe this is graded per se. It says on here that it's certified very good, but I don't know that this is official, or I'm not familiar. Actually, it has a little hologram, so it might be an official company. Melt value on a Morgan is about 22 bucks right now. And just from a numismatic area, the $30 that it's marked is probably not too far off. It does have some nice details on it. On the reverse, does not appear to be cleaned, but we're missing a lot of the details. You can tell that the front of this is pretty worn, but it's a Morgan. Now let's put it over here so you can see it better. We've got ourselves a 1905 Indian head penny. I am seeing, let's see if we can do it here. I am seeing a little bit of liberty in the back brow there. So we've got some decent detail on this one. Oh, the reverse looks great. So a pretty sharp little wheat penny, or Indian head penny here. We'll have to check this $11. Seems a little high, but I'm not familiar with the date. This is a more traditional Indian head penny here in 1897. And you can see the detail on this is pretty much gone. It's almost like an outline of an Indian. And the wreath is also pretty worn down. But I don't have very many Indians, so an Indian head penny is always welcome in my house. We've got ourselves a John Taylor dollar. This has all the detail on the rim, so I'm not sure the date for this. Let's see if we can figure her out. It's a 2002, I believe. It's hard to tell with my lighting through the flip. But it's a dollar coin. And based on the writing, I would say this was probably traded in by another collector. And last but not least is a commemorative for the heroes of Pearl Harbor. I'm guessing, based upon the packaging for this, that this is a Marshall Islands. And it is. You'll see right in here from the Republic of the Marshall Islands. I have a number of coins similar to this. They're more or less space related because I do live close to the Space Coast here in Florida, and they do some really nice commemoratives. And they'll have the obverse, will have the detail, and then the reverse is almost always this angel with the Marshall Islands seal. And they're beautiful coins. Do not believe that this is silver, although it looks pretty. So I'll let you have the details here. Feel free to pause the video if you would like to read this for the details on Pearl Harbor and the heroes. But I really like the packaging for this. It's quite nice. It gives a lot of detail. I don't see anything screaming at me that this is silver, so I will look this up before I pop up the value. The space ones that I have do look similar to this, and they normally have a value slightly above the face value of the $5. But each historical coin will have a different value based upon the desire, and I would think that Pearl Harbor would be up there. So I hope you enjoyed this hunt, per se, of trying to find our $50 of value. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next hunt. Alrighty guys, I lied. I decided when I started to edit this that I'm not as great at editing as I once thought I was. So instead of the value being up above during the video, as I was hoping to do, I've decided to do a complete wrap up. And I wanted to do that to do a service to Daniel and also to my viewers so they could see what was actually gotten, what I loved, what I hated, and maybe people that are making grab bags can use this to help improve the experience to their customers. So this is the whole grab bag. I've got some open space here that I would like to display my numbers on. I was, I guess, conservative in my estimates, and I did that to be fair to myself and maybe to the detriment of Daniel, but we'll find out. So we started off with let me start off differently here. One of the things that I loved about the box is I got a little bit of everything. The only thing that I really wish would have been included is maybe a roll of wheats instead of individual wheats. Wheats, for the most part, especially when you're talking about 40s and 50s, aren't too strange. You'll find them in your standard penny box hunt, and to get two kind of regular wheats might be a little disappointing. So a roll would take some of that bite off. I also did not see a dime. I would have loved to have seen a dime, and I also would have loved to have seen some world coins. One of the things that's great about grab bags is it allows you to experience things you don't normally bump into. Myself, I really enjoy the world coins because they're so much different for the most part than what we here in the US have. So I would have loved to have seen something like that. Having a commemorative like this was cool to me. From a value standpoint, wasn't worth $1 million, but it's cool because it's a very unique coin. It's something I'm not going to run into in pocket change or at the bank. And also from a value standpoint, I love getting the Morgan. I mean, that definitely helps the grab bag increase in value. And who doesn't like a Morgan? You know, so thank you for including that. That definitely, you know, makes up for any other shortfallings that might be in the box. So let's get to the values. For the wheat pennies, I put them at basically 15 cents each. If you were to go to a coin shop, they're probably going to buy them from you at 3 or 4 cents a piece. For the 40s and 50s, you're not going to be able to get a whole bunch, but I'm basing these off of eBay sales and off of Numista, where I'm just looking to see kind of what collectors are saying they're worth. And for the conditions of those wheats, and from what I looked up, you're looking at about 15 cents a piece. The Indian heads were a little bit different. The 1897 was in not as nice condition as the 1905, and that certainly played out in the value. Although this one is slick, it did come out at an average value of about $2.50. In this 1905, in better condition, was worth about $6. So now we'll work up to the buffalo. Buffaloes, this is in great condition, but because it is one of the latter years, that's almost an expectation. I put a value on that of $1.75. The V-nickels got hurt simply because of the condition. Most of these are in pretty rough shape, and you can even tell from the markings Daniel put on these. He knew they weren't worth a whole lot. So the V-nickels were worth anywhere from 2, with the best one being this 1898, although it is in worse shape than this one because of the date. It might get about a 50-cent lift. So I put a value of $2, $2.50, and $2 on those V-nickels. The quarter, he had it marked at 8. Based upon what I'm finding out there, it was really worth about 7. And again, when I'm pricing these, I am pricing it based upon the value of the coin, not including shipping. So if you were to buy these from somebody on eBay, you're going to pay more than the $8. You're going to pay more than $7 because you have to get it shipped to you. And that's generally going to increase anything by anywhere from a couple of dollars to $5, depending on what coins you're buying. I did not include shipping because saying the value of the box is based upon the coins themselves, not getting them to you. The John Taylor was a 2009. I know that I wasn't able to read the date during the video, but that's what I was able to find out about that. I was not able to pick up the edge lettering because that's where the date and the mint mark are located. That has an approximate value of $3. And then the last two would be the Pearl Harbor and the Morgan. Pearl Harbor, like I said during the video, that it can come out any place. It's got a $5 face. It's a $5 commemorative coin. I gave it a $7 value. Again, this is based upon just the coin itself. Not on shipping. You'll find if you were to purchase this on eBay, you'll get anywhere from $5 plus shipping to all the way up to $12 plus shipping. And last but not least is the Morgan. He had it marked at 30, so I left it at 30. Now saying that, I did that simply because I know the melt on this is a little bit over 20, but I had to give it some numismatic value because I can't confirm the grading company this actually comes from. I'm not sure how genuine that is, and I'm not a professional grader, so I don't know what the condition would help, and I think 30 is fair based upon the date and the condition that's marked, and what I'm looking up in Redbook. So I think $30 is a fair price for that. Again, when I say that, I was conservative in my numbers, but at the end of the day, this was a $50 grab bag, and when you compile all those numbers, it was $64+ of value. So even being conservative, I still did well on this grab bag. Were there some things that I would like to have seen a little bit different? Yes. Was the value there? Yes. So thank you, Daniel, for sending this to me. I greatly appreciate it. I might be buying another one in the future because I know that I'll at least get my value. Just know going into any grab bag, whether you buy it from someone within the community or whether you buy it off of eBay, that your chances of finding something a whole lot different than the value is probably not going to happen. The only time that will happen is if, for example, someone sent you this buffalo that is worth about $2 and it had a DDO or a variation or a variety because they pulled in a collection and did not have time to check it or did not know to check it, one of those two things. Because if you look at coins and their conditions and their dates, they're taking what they think is $50 of value and sending it to you so that way they can make a profit. They are running a business. That's why they're selling these things. But you could have fun and value going through these grab bags. You should not expect, I mean, at the end of the day, $64 is a win-win because it's, you know, well over the $50 that I paid. So keep that in mind when you're doing these grab bags, that you should be happy, enjoy the hunt, enjoy getting different things. For me, I love this commemorative. I love adding a Morgan to my stack. I don't normally collect dollar coins, so it's something new for me to look at. And while these weren't crazy, that's because these are what I collect. So there was nothing super exciting and new for me, and the condition wasn't crazy. So that's why it wasn't quite as exciting. For a new collector, this would be really great because now you have some Indian head pennies, some wheat pennies, some new, some old V-nickels. There's new things you can add to your collection. So keep that in mind. Again, thank you, Daniel. I greatly appreciate it. To my subscribers, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you'll know when I'm doing future grab bags, future coin hunts, or videos in general. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come and see me today, and I'll catch you on the next hunt.